Joining into FNATIC, joining their system. It'll be something. He can stand his ground alone. He can't get out of there. He's stuck down below, but has some trips in front to try to ease the blow of these attackers rushing in.
Not a whole lot of spots for him to play around. Maybe try and use that trip to help him out a little bit, but they are going to be looking to try and clear him, and it's only going to be a dink, in fact, not even the kill. Boaster around the corner with the Sheriff. A couple of low players, but I think they've definitely heard him drop. Look to swarm together over on the GX side, and leaves just Cloud remaining. It'll be one hell of a way to kick off his debut versus X team. 1v5? No. I kind of want this to be dominant.
And to be honest, if there's any team that you should be beating after picking up Cloud, it is his X team that he was the IGL of that you beat last time. For GX, made it to the site, but trouble getting anything done there, as it seems like they'll lose every single fight, at least to start, maybe to finish as well. Nets alone, barely a lick of damage still.
Even though they didn't make it, one of the top-rated, top ACS, top ADR players of the last stage was kaajak. He was still frying under pressure early. I don't know how he survived even that long. The flash was perfect from Jesse, and that's a pretty decent man to shut down the cast of the cursor. Clearly not gone anywhere. As I talked about how good he was, and he's immediately dead. The fact is, though, FNATIC are not giving up.
Lost info in B main.
Take flight.
And sat with 3 players on this A side. This is going to be frustrating for GX when they realize, but they're running into the numbers.
Okay, Ara's done well. Anything more would be nice. Jesse also winning the fight. Now crashies left alone. Maybe this was the weaker of the site. The other one had Alfajer on it, you know how good he could be. And now he has to try and find a clutch scenario. The last time I watched him play this map, he was unstoppable.
FNATIC setup towards this B site will be tested. kaajak with the operators on the other side of the map. He's waiting for them to walk up short, but they are coming nowhere near it. In fact, they're going straight into the B site. FNATIC have already turtled, play back towards the boathouse. Ara making its way up close, is about to be challenged by Alpha. The second player sitting back wasn't expected, but only gets the one for GX. Plant now guaranteed, and net look to get so much more. Still, one should be good enough.
Gotta be careful of the reveal, but nobody going down to it. Operator retrieve, nice spam from Cloud. That makes it interesting now. Into a 2v2. Flickless up close, but he's instant with the shot. Expecting a swing. Was kaajak trying to watch for the next player, but instead a reposition leaves kaajak in what seems now like an unlikely scenario. He'd need a mistake. That operator holds a lot more value. And I wonder if there's going to be a swing. Initiators plus Senti to actually get anything. They don't know right now.
Well, that's it. They're hoping on this attack side that FNATIC get impatient and move forward, look for information. When they don't, fine, we'll push with 30 seconds left because we've got to run it back to work with. They can break through this defense, and they've done just that already, making it to the site. Still, that trip's going to be up. Alpha's managed to shut down Jesse's ult, but the spike is on site. It should be planted fairly soon, but that's it down. Now, it's on Ara to plant the spike with 7 seconds. He has to have bodyguards, but he will be defended just long enough. Still, Boaster slipped through, managed to leave it down to just westside, then the herd to 1. Indeed, it felt like a big round for GX, but it doesn't work out. Now, much more pacey attack. They're already in the A side. Hunter's Fury going to be activated. Good tags. That's a double. The damage onto 1 more. That's huge. Flickless and westside tagged heavy. Ara not too healthy either. Yeah, they'll get the site, but they are way behind in these fights. FNATIC, though, will bide their time in going for this retake. Hunter's Fury through, guarantees it, actually gets a tag and a kill. That's huge for Net.
He's done well. HP still favored. And now Cloud's caught another, and that gives him his ultimate. They still haven't managed to get themselves into a post plant just yet. They're looking for a way back into the round, hoping that someone gifts it to them, hoping for a mistake, but as you sort of mentioned, both teams have been happy to be patient. Instead, though, it's the defense that looks to make a move. No plant to be had. Net revealed and left out in the cold. Had the gap either. Expectation is this will be where the economy can grow a little bit for FNATIC, and with Alfajer, kaajak, and Well, I've given Alfajer a kill before he's actually got it, but I just assumed he would get Ara, but I was wrong. My bad.
Yeah, you were very wrong.
Sorry.
With a chance to take the A side. Cloud still watching the
Cover going out.
Now GX in with a chance to take the A site as Cloud is out of the round, and the plant should be found. What should have been Ara dead in the dirt. In fact, in Tom's mind, it already was. Now it's Ara in with a chance for a very late lurk. Oh my goodness, the door is wide open. This man should have been a dead man walking, a corpse.
They're going to push them back.
But he's still breathing. They're buying time. This is Ara's moment to strike, and he'll get him. He'll get him eventually. A bit of showmanship, and his time's out. Oh, God. It's a horrible round for Ara. But he should have been dead before he got anything. 2, and he's given them a chance, an opportunity. Oh, my goodness, it's messy. But Net got there in the end. Flickless, last man standing. The spike needs to be defused. The one-way smoke gives him a chance to strike from the side to pull crashies off the defuse, and now all he has to do is run that clock down. crashies, 4 kills. But what a day it was.
Which one, today or yesterday? I'm unhappy with both.
Yesterday for me, but for Fnatic today, it might be a day to remember. They managed to recover this, put themselves back to winning ways, and if they don't, it certainly will be one to remember, or one they'll be forced to. Looking to equalize, great flash through from Cloud. The paranoia might buy a little bit of time, but Flickless, he's on borrowed time. 14 HP. Not long for this. Well, honestly, no real information. kaajak sitting passively in wine. They don't even spot them on short until they be around the corner. It means the rotations come in much slower, yet still, GX are moving towards the site with 2 players boathouse and containment there for Cloud.
Ara's trying to make his way through. In fact, they're all trying to make their way through. They're chasing them down. They're hunting their ex-teammate. But it's Boaster. We'll keep things even, and crashies isn't done. This has turned into a game of deathmatch, and well, unless Cloud's going to be brought back, which he is not, it's going to come down to the 1 versus 1. kaajak versus Net, New Boy versus Staple. All popped, maybe just trying to force Net to take a risk. The overdrive will fade. It doesn't seem like kaajak, at least for now, has the idea of where Net has gone, trying to figure this one out. Only one angle left to clear, but he's run out of bullets in the clip! When it comes to those attack side calls, it can be relatively difficult. And, well, maybe the calls don't mean anything. We're going into the comms.
Guys. Mid link. Blind.
Yeah, coming.
One middle. One middle. Okay.
X marks the spot where this round fell apart for GX.
Just start out their attack side, and there we go. Yeah, it was a collide. It was a 2-bullet shot, but a little bit of tickle damage, and then just a lovely little shot connected moments later. A very clean pistol coming in for the Fnatic side. Of course, they did.
Real Austin Powers energy. That's the vibe he gives off, anyway.
Is the glasses giving that off as well?
It is. It is. It's just, it's a whole package piece. It's GX finding 2 right off rip, and well, Fnatic not going to be all too happy about how this one started out. GX find themselves a rifle.
What's going on?
Net wins a fight on range, and well, the road to recovery for Fnatic now. 2 rifles for them, 2 for their opponents. Double the manpower on that defensive side, and then they're not even going to risk taking the extra rifle, it seems.
With how they've been playing with the classics, it doesn't look like they need it. Those were clean fights, great setup, great early flashes as well. The last 2, Alfajer and Cloud.
Where's the sheriff?
As they look to push back through. First one goes down.
Instead, they've done a lot of damage to that man and left him 1 shot to an outlaw. Not that it matters. Weapon on the floor, Ara down, and now pressure applied back from Fnatic. The low buys are dangerous so far in this game. Net blinded up will be dealt with. The trades coming in favor of the attacking side. Westside caught in the corner. He's down on 20 HP. He'll be traded out as well. The GX, a little taste of their own medicine. They're in a 2v3.
Oh, an opportunity for Jesse.
Going up.
A lot of damage taken.
Doesn't even get the heal.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think he put it a little bit further than he meant, but there you go, he's got the heal now. Shock dart. Looked like it could have cleared him, and the second one almost does. That extra heal was kept him alive, but they don't expect
was not one of the best Phoenixes we've ever seen on this stage, Tom. And frankly,
maps they
I
won,
won't take that
he wasn't
disrespect.
playing Phoenix.
Maps he lost, it wasn't his fault. Nice shot by Ara. It's a blind fire that takes down Alpha, but an immediate resurgence from FNATIC. The site secured, but the spam's doing damage. It's kaajak who's picking up all the pieces. One more on offer, but Ara's giving nothing away.
Well, Cloud versus old team. Two of his old teammates.
Joke's over.
And Jesse. And they're gonna just try and make sure they get this over the line, but he's managed to bypass. They're gonna be careful. They're
Chance to push up to double digits. Let's jump in with the comps.
She can't dash, boys. I'm gonna blind him. Ready? Blinding.
Oops, my op.
Line. On the right. And stairs. I got him. Stairs. Jocking him. Just hold. Zero. I can see his foot. They're gonna, bro.
him at least a little bit, but no. They're looking very comfortable and
As a mind for this game, but I want to see Cloud evolve. And this is the best chance we've had to see it.
Ara definitely not shying away from a fight. Again, they have this sort of contact with the flash. Flickless is literally just looking for a pixel, and well, he has seen the pixel. Unfortunately, Jesse was not able to find the trade. He's slowed them down, but he's got to be careful from the backline. Has support from Net, though. The Odin on the cross needs to do a whole lot more, and Alfia has been able to shut him down. Cloud taking that space towards the site, and Ara is here already, with westside finding one as well. He's hoping to get something with the blades.
A good chance. But a mistake needs to be made. Cloud, the one to offer himself up, but it won't be much for players, so I feel comfortable to say this. Flickless is having a hell of a bad game. One of the worst we've seen from him. This is his third time ever playing
Where's
the
his
Omen,
KO?
and I really think it's showing. I think this is what we talk about for GX, having that stand-in, having the overlapping roles. Somebody has to lose, and for now it looks like the loser is Flickless.
This is an interesting spot to see a defender in.
Third time playing Omen, as I said.
I've seen maybe a Jet up there every once in a while. I don't know if I've seen an Omen up there before, but hey,
he's
an
enjoying
Ara's position. It's also, well, we used to have a nickname for that, but moving on.
Oh, good stun. It's the pressure put on. The Hunter's Fury is an immediate response. GX maybe overreacting a little bit there, but it was just an attempt to keep those players alive in the corner.
Look at Boaster.
Boaster. Primed to strike, one below. What above? But
okay.
Jesse! Spider senses tingling. He's managed to find himself a valuable pick. Boaster could have completely recovered the round there. Instead, Alpha's all alone. 5 to take on. One taken down for free, but now this should become impossible.
Camera taken out.
Everybody's getting revealed, but I feel like everybody kind of knows where each other are at this point, and with 12 seconds left, the defenders don't really need to push this, but I feel like it almost wants to be
He's guarantee an OT.
Pressure onto Ara. Kind of expecting to maybe get one and get out. The reveal is solid, and well, it acts as a distraction. Nice shot from Cloud once again. He does not want to taste defeat against his previous organization. Wow, Alfajer's backstab is something that they're very wary of. Just bear in mind, though, the Flickless is already pretty low. A single bullet could just take him down, and well, it may have taken a couple, but even still, they got rid of him. crashies has done the same. This is not looking pretty, and with all that's left is Net. He needs to find 3 players with an Odin from a position where I don't think that's possible.
So he will be safely tucked away.
Well, other than the singular one for Flickless. The fact is, though, GX have been able to fight back in a lot of the rounds, but it looks to be the same once again. Pressure put onto short. Flickless has done well, but Alfia has just cleared out 2. And Ara now needs a lot from this position.
With an AWP as well. Finding one, getting back to cover won't be easy, and the numbers on their side thinning out. Support won't be there. And he misses the first. That should
he's
be
gone.
it. He is dead to rights, leaving only westside. And what should have been a lead guaranteed for GX.
I think expectations would be that they should get blasted out of this server, and I'm pretty sure to get those points onto the board, look to try and make your way through to that playoff stage. Because of course, this is probably the most important group stage. 30 seconds left. This is always where I get a little bit worried with FNATIC on the server. Where are they going from here? And they've already just lost a player trying to head towards the B site.
Yeah, we talked about that Cypher trip as
spike
being
could
part
get
of the
caught.
trap. Jesse, that's huge. With 12 seconds left, they've still got the spike. The cross to the A side still on, and no one there to defend it anymore. They had fled the site to push on up, and so it's
Jesse
undeniable. It's free as the plank goes down. Jesse, though, as you said, ultimate primed and ready. A defender there in the form of Flickless, and they will wait as the rest of the squad groups up. It's going to take a while. Westside and Net have to travel through some dangerous territory. But finally, they'll make it to the fields of battle, and Jesse triggers the ultimate. In he goes with the run it back. He'll find nothing to start, but Westside takes advantage of the chaos. Strikes from behind, might do the same as Boasters. Looking the other way. crashies alone. Good gameplay. Stuns gone out, and it looks like they'll commit. kaajak already through to the site. Shut down by Westside. Jesse, Ara, all showing up. And the Hunter's Fury, angry as he may be, it will do nothing to help close the gap. They need picks to go their way. A res attempt as they bring Cloud back, using him as bait, but the paranoia is perfect. Denies them any further ground. Good work by Alpha. A 2v3. Not one to turn your nose at just yet. This is still dangerous for GX.
Yeah, Alpha still being on the table can be enough. And a lot of rounds he's had his hero moments, the 3K walking in. Instead, they're going to put pressure onto crashies. What will he expect? Two players to be sat around this angle. This is so nasty. I said they're not just saying, look at him. He's lining.
This is where kaajak should step up in a big way.
They're ready. Oh, but the bait may be going the other way. Leaves him isolated. Net's able to trade. Cloud under some serious pressure, but crashies has made sure that he's not going to get pincered for the remaining two. It's a very tough task walking out of that smoke. Just bear in mind how low Cloud is. That's the one real danger in this moment. Trying to find something with his spam. He's down to 1 health. Jesse's managed to find crashies as well. It starts to get a little dangerous other for Alfajer. Alfajer's position should make this round impossible for the attackers. Boaster still on the site. There is Alfajer with the strike. And unless Flickless has a crazy clutch in him. Already a lot of steps being made towards this B side of the map. The more direct takes were what seemed to work for FNATIC. Arrow, though, perfectly placed. And that's your smoke's gone. They now have to go off this. You can't be selling any ruses. I think the drone got hit by the dart. So the dart was floating around, which definitely didn't help them out too much. But now things grind to a halt.
This is awful for FNATIC. With no smokes, no fast lane, you stop outside of main. You're just waiting for the death sentence to be carried out. GX just sit on their angles, knowing when you push, you step into their sideline.
The Odin, now on both sides. Lamar Boaster, they're going to know exactly where he is. In fact, they are diving straight into his face. Cloud at least able to trade onto Ara. That's a big piece.
Boaster, remove that paranoia, force its use early. Most importantly, remove those smokes. Now, slowing down this attack side will be much more difficult. In fact, I'm not sure if they've taken the orb already, but they're bypassing it. Jesse's still 2 away as they push towards the site. Spam is great from Alfajer. Dealt death to 2, and now GX miles behind, needing a hero play, but the villain of their round is still alive and kicking.
This map, you never know. They might swap things up as they go.
Very common for IGLs to want to be initiators as well, especially in the newer team.
Ooh. Early damage, early fight. All in on the B site for FNATIC. As I said, the more direct plays is what worked for them. An easy kill, though. The reveal from the trip is perfect. Boaster's done well. crashies the same. The push through, the paranoia in towards the smoke. But 2 players are there. Flickless just spamming. The trade still gives an opportunity. Westside normally so good with a singular bullet, but this time he misses and has to be careful. Just about sticks to life. He should be dead and eventually will be. It's left all on to the stand-in. Jesse has made his mark already throughout this map as a man who's not on either of these rosters, but he has a chance to keep this overtime going. The Molotov should make it very awkward for Boaster. In fact, he's burning all the way down, almost cleared with that alone. But he doesn't know where crashies is. Not yet, at least. Looking to try and find that final man, maybe break through in this moment, but so much the net on Sova, but I guess they're filling in where Cloud left off. Aggressive though from FNATIC, and already forcing back one. An awkward fight for Jesse, who's gone TPing, getting back on the Phoenix.
This could be a mistake. Net is waiting, but never mind. It is success across the board for FNC. 2 men left on the other side, down to 1, and Alpha looks to close
this one nice and safe, not over-risking too much. Does have an opportunity. Okay, that's a nice shot. And maybe it becomes the later on the clock, the more difficult it is. And he's already been spotted by Cloud, but Cloud, I think, realizes that unless he takes him down immediately, that's a little bit dangerous. Sticking this, I don't think he'll have enough time anymore. And it would just have to be the kills, and yeah, he doesn't actually have any contact burst plays with the flashes of Phoenix. Now you kind of need to have Flickless ready, raring to go to kind of set you up behind. For now, though, it's more of a slow pace, and they haven't really spotted out too many of those defenders who are just sitting passive.
Cloud especially gets that backstab that only finds one. Thought a little more could come out of that. Crashies on the spam at least brings us back to even footing. And for FNATIC, that is a big win to put us back to neck and neck in terms of manpower. Jesse gonna break the utility that was sent his way, and the signs for FNATIC pointing towards westside being in main as he closes the distance.
Yes, like that's normally what it is.
Don't kill
you
people.
don't kill people, and then when you accidentally hit someone in the head, you get really good headshot percentage. Like sometimes when you see a coach stand in, they'll have really good headshot percentage. And that's the only people that's close, and well, that's not the start.
About how Flickless approached this round, but
no, he's just going to talk about Alfia with the operator. That's going to be his whole death segment, I reckon. Alpha kind of good. About 40 seconds left. There's some interesting positioning at least. Westside with an opportunity. If he can drop a player, he leaves an opening. The problem is you can hear the steps being run through. It's the timing that's everything. And actually, Cloud is so ready.
More difficult for this squad, considering adapting to those like 2021 comms, but with a Neon's much easier for GX.
Good start.
Now they're starting to have something go their way. 2 kills already under their belt. No res anymore with Cloud down and out, and a big performance needed by Boaster to make this doable. It's Alpha alone, operator in hand, and 3 players to take down a chance.
Possible, if especially versus a singular player. And instead, Alfia is just looking to try and run at them. Try and bait them into a fight, maybe even just bait out the ultimate if needed. Instead, it's this post-plant utility spam out from Flickless, and you can see Ara has no intention of peeking.
And a kaajak sent straight through. This could be a dangerous one. TP and a wall, it's beautiful. What an idea, but Boaster's been caught. The cover not good enough from down below. And look, take a leaf out of GX's book in the last game, play a little bit aggressive early on, have some different ideas from FNATIC that they're going to see that again. So you get up on that wall and you catch them as they run into middle. It's a great idea. GX turned around. The second that there was noise in main, they said, okay, let's fight this together. And because of that, they've found themselves in an unlosable position, is what I would have said if I was stupid. Now, they're in a 3, and that's exactly how this should have went. Nobody ever doubted it for a second.
Kill my ally.
10 seconds
Res
left.
through. We've always talked about Alfia as a fantastic player, but an operator was not something I ever really felt like he needed to add to his repertoire, but it's looking damn good now that he has. Maybe something a bit more consistently seen, but for now at least, Flickless in a decent position. Now Nightfall's not going to catch. In fact, onto anyone. They don't have additional information, but Alfia doesn't seem to have any problems. Is left onto westside. They know exactly. Think about in your imagination. That's down to you.
I do it at work. Stars
you leave those guys alone. And well, great reveal. push in. crashies just shutting them down on entry into the A side. They try and switch up where they're going, and instead, they've just met crashies. They should. Nope, he's gonna survive. Oh, okay. Jesse's managed to walk up mid, and Flickless has just wiped out Alfajer. These rounds have stopped making sense. The last one should have gone.
They can hold their head high after that first map, but where has that flare gone now that they're outside of the map that they chose? In an unfamiliar battleground, and FNATIC seemingly strengthening their position as the rounds go on. Westside, they know that he's making his way up. They're waiting for him, but they've TP'd. Boaster's lost his mind, lost his life as well, but not lost all hope as Ara's left down to a sliver of health. Now a 1v1 with a res online for Cloud, though that changes.
Yeah, back like he never left. Alfajer with a second lease of life, and that's not what you want to see. Ara definitely has got himself in a bit of an unorthodox position, but I like this from Cloud. He knows what his team...
Whether it's secondary calling or just whether he's along for the ride, definitely taking full advantage of this newfound position.
He's enjoying the Sage as well, be it boost spots or the slows. It's been causing issues for GX, and maybe in their next game, he'll IGL and Boaster will get to show his fragging capabilities.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I'd say so. So they're going to lose their next game if that goes ahead.
Wow.
I just respect Boasters and IGL that much. That's the gap. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, the pressure on to Alfajer. Net's done well. Looking to try and turn back the tide, but that seems ever more unlikely up until Ara strikes. Gives them an advantage, and even looks to clean up Boaster as well from the depths of defeat. They managed to strike. And Alfajer, yeah, he just got to try and leave. Maybe kill someone off as he goes, and even just a stun to leave him in. I like it.
This last round, to lay the foundation for the recovery, Alfajer is already a spanner in the works. The flank wide open for GX, and they have to pace themselves. Well, I would have imagined they'd accelerate into A, but it looks like this late mid hit's still on the cards. Not much time to go back. Oh.
Trades back once again. Flickless onto the board. Definitely having a rough game individually, and it's not getting any better. crashies. Hits the timing perfectly. Net is just about going to... the spike is somewhat surrounded. He's got 30 seconds to play with, and Crash should be revitalized. And they're playing with a stand-in. We didn't have high expectations. The first map maybe gave us a little bit of false hope. But now it looks like we're exactly where we should have been all along. Alfajer starting things off. A great half from him. kaajak actually, well, it was a 9-3 half. Obviously, they're going to be happy. He didn't really have to do much. Shut down quite a lot throughout this map, but I don't think anybody's going to mind too much. Nice shot from Net. He's got the brain and the aim, it seems. But do they have a little bit more?
Again, not afraid to take risks. This time, though, going into heavy traffic. That's a big delivery from Westside. I think that was a collateral headshot connected, and although Cloud gets himself back up to 100, he was one bullet away from fading.
Even though collateral headshot's not going to help his headshot percentage because he got the kill.
Oh,
the wall bang.
No.
Exactly. His
Two
headshot percentage
headshots,
has
one
gone
body
down.
shot. He's been screwed.
Wait until we tell him about his cast. Do you know Mike Tyson actually loves cast? No, wait, that's cats. 3 versus 3. A position that might not be clear from Cloud. Like, it is quite a common spot. Not quite given away by the ponytail. But do they check it? He didn't panic. He just sat there and waited, and then you got kaajak for contact. This should be an easy cleanup in the end. Only going to be Westside remaining. There's the headshot we know and love. He's leveled out from the last one, but he is out of time. No hope of getting this one over the line, and his ex-IGL.
It's about the climb. Not about how fast you get there or what's waiting on the other side, I'll tell you that.
Pipson isn't that much taller.
Be surprised, it's all perspective. FNATIC trading out early. kajak's been dead and buried on that initial push towards top mid. It is now just A main left to deal with. Jesse Does well with Alfajer down. But they seem undeterred. I mean, it's strange. He's so far ahead while they send Boaster out in the other direction, while they now look to pressure towards A main. The stun from Ara won't quite catch both, and they've made it around the corner. Baiting out the rotations, sending Boaster now to take space on this side of the map so that they could plant is what I thought. But, well, they've went back to fighting in with the spike, and that's given Net a field day. A flurry of frags, and Boaster a chance to get himself into the highlight reels.
1v4. The first, definitely going to be the easier of the lot. He's got to be careful. There's still a trip there, but he goes over it. And there's Ara.
Well, GX are looking to crunch in mid, and that has worked out. 3 players towards this side. You're going to have Prowlers as well as Neon making noise there, and then the immediate shift back. The trip blocking them off, and FNATIC just leave a couple seconds for those rotates, and then step in for the plant. That was very close to being a pickup as well for Boaster. And what it is for sure is a lot of space, a lot of control, but a man advantage extended in favor of GX.
TP potentially being primed back for main, but instead they look to stand and fight this one together. 3 players all around the same angle, and the damage that's been done isn't quite sufficient just yet. kaajak, though, starting to build into this. Cloud has yet to be cleared. Hiding in the corner, but they're slowly being denied space. It at least means that Alfajer's got a little bit further than expected, but the hot flash forced him to tuck in and allows one to cross, but there goes Flickless. Oh! This is why
still 2 to deal with here. Jesse and Ara have rotated in. Jesse will be pushed back, but guess who won't? Ara on the site. Oh, popped. He will stand his ground, giving nothing up for free. As FNATIC pumped the brakes and moved to the other side of the map. The TP taken by Boaster. He's made it here. He's got the plant, and he's gotten out. Solid start, but the numbers, even with weapons in the hands of GX, the retake, well, they will bide their time. They will wait to strike. There's westside on the site, waiting for reinforcements, but 1 battalion is already down. Now they move for the defuse. Boaster, the one that has to stop them, but he's being held. Jesse on it, ready with the swing. The spam is good, and he's already got himself 3. Cloud has no chance of denying this. Damage done, but
an easy round for the opponents.
Nice shot from into the meat grinder head first. Flickless and Jesse standing by. Jesse's alone as the smoke blocks Flickless. And he doesn't swing in. No trade. Ara now under pressure. Ara deleted, and all of a sudden FNATIC are in the lead.
Flickless is still here, though. He's going to get the reveal, but it doesn't matter. He just isn't hitting today. In 1v1 fights, he's just not been able to take any of them over the line. And while he mentioned it, that first half coming out from kaajak was a rough one. I think only 3 kills. This second half, he's been looking more on point, but a swing out, maybe a little bit of a gamble, gives westside an opportunity. But the other 2 are sat waiting. Never mind, they swing individually.
All that's needed. FNATIC, immediate paranoia has blinded 3. No info, making it into the hands of Jesse until kajak's right in his face. Rolling thunder, sent through.
From this series being done, a double up of players being spotted might be enough to deter, but that pushes them into the hands of westside, who's definitely been the standout so far in this defensive side. They can section off some of the angles, but he's going forward. He's pushing it towards them. He looks to take over, and 3 already. I think he killed 1 behind the player he was looking at. kaajak, though, wants to try and take the mantle, the best player of the round, but he's so desperately low. 28 HP. Aftershock forces him into an awkward position. That is just rumors. But yeah, they're now 4 rounds away. The problem is, you always know that with the caliber of players on the FNATIC side, somebody could just close this out. The problem, though, is if you're a FNATIC fan, they never make it that easy. 2 entry.
He really has. Always a consistent player. One man that has,
30 seconds
if anything, picked up his performance in moments where it's needed as westside. 5 on the other side. This has to be big for the Sentinel. And it's shaky to start, but westside, give him enough chances and he will connect rounds for the side of GX. That's what they're after, and this man could be the one to deliver them. For now, he has delivered them a chance, a promise yet to be realized. But the four-piece surely
Problems they had before, just that little bit choky.
Oh. If at first you don't succeed, try to challenge westside again. That's the play. This time Net's there to help him. They've lost the rotation. Boaster slipping through, threading the needle and using it to help out. Taking one down. Westside again stands against the forces of FNATIC, but this time surrounded. He's dealt with an Alpha's tour de force, claims another victim. Yeah. You're not getting through that. They know by now. They found Jesse.
Shadows traveling.
And his 1v4 begins and ends here? Question mark? That's not a bad start. He can start the defuse from here. Paranoia is perfect as well. Reposition.